Zen zebras, my Zen zebras. I have it on my toes too. So excited. Okay. My merry mermaids and my merry mermen. I know you're out there, mermen. Um, my unique unicorns. I love you. I love you to death. And my Bella butterflies. Okay. My namaste ninjas and my dream catchers, my dream makers, my candlestick makers, my dream makers, my candlestick makers. I know, it's so weird. I freaked myself out. Okay. Let me know if I missed anybody. I don't think I did though. Sorry guys, I've been here for a while and I'm on, this is the third part of Leo. If I didn't get a chance to transfer the other two parts, but I will. Even though TikTok doesn't like you doing that, but I have no, this is my own face, okay? I have makeup on, so I didn't use a filter. But I don't know. TikTok has new rules and they don't really like you to transfer it over. I don't know. I'm still transferring it over because this is my main channel. Hey, Taurus girl, how are you? I have your candle lit. I said the prayer. Okay. All right, guys. So so I don't repeat myself, I am doing a 2-level reading for Leos. Okay. And like I said in my other video, I have been meditating on Leos for a couple of days. And I write my notes down, but I was really confused. So then Spirit told me the reason why you're confused is because we're telling you about two styles of Leo. Two styles of Leo's, like, kind of fortune from now until, like, Leo's, I feel like 2025 started out really good for you guys, pretty good for you guys, and then all of a sudden, it's, even though, like, good things were happening, it seemed to take a nosedive. Is that true? It might be true for some people. Okay. But don't worry, it's like a roller coaster. They're showing me a roller coaster. They're actually showing me a straight up roller coaster. Let me write that, what it looks like with my right hand, even though I'm a lefty. Ah. Right? So you started on a high in January, and then February, then March was okay, and then down, right? So then when we get to September, October, it's going to come back up again. Okay. All right. I just heard something weird. All right. Usually, do you like your birthday, but this year you didn't feel like it was really a birthday? That happens. Like, usually you would be excited about your birthday, but you wanted to be excited, but there was something weird or missing. And those of you who don't, who your mother and father are in heaven, you know what I'm talking about. Okay. Yeah. So I understand that, and that happens sometimes. Sometimes we don't just love our birthday, or we didn't feel like we had a great birthday. Okay. Even though we might have gotten the pomp and circumstance and cake and presents and money gifts and attention, something was missing. Okay. But I really feel like it was a person missing. It was either a family member or a friend. Um, yeah. Okay. So, if you want to know what else I said, you can go to TikTok or wait till later and I'll pull both those videos. But let me finish. Let me just try to keep my head. My head is all over the fucking place. Sorry if it's cursing. I'm sorry. Okay. My head is. It is. I changed my shirt like a couple of times. I Then I put my face on and I felt better. Put your face on, you feel better. Take a shower, you feel better. But I didn't take a shower. I didn't go that far. Okay. Hi, Alan. Oh, Brenda. How are you doing, Brenda? Hi, WW. How are you? So we have a Taurus and a Cancer moonchild. Brenda, what's your sign again? Let me know. Yeah. I had to burn this a couple of times because it's helping. And then I'll get into, you might be involved with the Leo, you might be a Leo. You might have one of your planets in Leo. Um, and as I was describing before, it's like you got to take your ego out of it. You got to take your ego out of all your scenarios. You got to take your ego out of your family. You got to take your ego out of your career. You got to take your ego out of your friends. You got to take your ego out of everything and just go by love and go by passion and love and friendship. Okay? Um, don't give to get. I just heard that very, very clearly. Don't give to get. Your spirit guides don't want you to give to get. Just give and be that giving person that you really are and helpful. You give to the the paupers as well as the kings and the queens. You give to okay, I understand that. Yeah. But some people have been burned. You might have been burned with the people that you give to. Hi, Tracy Delahante from Rhode Island. Hi, JR. JR, the topic is Leo. I'm doing Leo's reading. You know how I used to. Hi, Texas girl. How you doing? Yeah, I was just on TikTok and I said, I got to stop being on TikTok for 10-minute videos because they keep on ending and I can never, I'm very long in the tooth. So I can never finish my friggin' thought and then it's over. So I can go live on TikTok, but I don't want to. I don't like that energy. So yeah, so I'm doing the reading for Leo and they're telling me a lot of things in order to make or maybe this eye thing will go away if I I get this out. A heartbeat in my eye. Maybe you could see it. Can you see it? Literally hurts because it's been beating 24/7, 24/7 for like 4 days. Oh, you're a Leo moon? Oh, cool. Yeah, I was describing how there's two types of Leos or there's two messages for Leos. Okay, the ones that are in a happy marriage or relationship, they have different instructions, but similar. And the ones who are not, maybe they're single or they're in a relationship that seems to be falling apart, or they're estranged from their relationship right now. It's just like an overhaul. Take out your ego. Take out like, what am I gonna get? Um, and I'm not trying to say don't tell your partner or your friends what you need and expect. And I'm not trying to say don't put up your boundaries because I'm a big proponent. I'm a big person. I'm a big person that says put up your boundaries because that's how you protect yourself and that's how you tell people this is how I love myself. These are my boundaries. Okay, this is what I could do for you and this is what I need to do for myself. Okay. um but what I'm trying to say is go back to that time frame that where you were helping people but then you forget about it. You just like, oh yeah, that person needs help, that person doesn't have any food, I have food, extra food, so here's the extra food. That person needs to pay their electric bill but they don't have the extra money, I have some extra money, here you go, I'll pay this time or 2 times for you, but then you're on your own. And You don't have to worry about paying me back. If you could do that, I'm just using examples. There was a happy-go-lucky part of you, but you got burnt out. Okay. The Leos that got burnt out. And then there were the Leos that were waiting for that apology, that were waiting for that like show of affection. Um, Anytime you don't feel like somebody is understanding what you need, because it kind of chips at your soul if you don't get it. So you should always express it and just say, like, maybe they can meet you in the middle. Maybe they can't, maybe they don't like to, do public displays of affection, but can do other ways. Or when you're alone, they'll be extra affectionate, you know, or maybe they can meet you in the middle by giving you some flowers, or meet you in the middle by doing some errands for you, okay? Um, or telling you something nice that they like about you, okay? Um, yeah, but in addictive relationships, if anybody's involved in an addictive relationship, whether they have an addiction, their spouse or their partner has an addiction, this is the year 2025. Before we get into 2026, we have to make big time decisions in order to survive, because there's going to be, and I'm scared to say this, but this is what Spirit was showing me. There's going to be people around you that don't come through their addictions. Absorb that for a second. But that's their karma. But can we help them? Yes, absolutely. We can help them. But by enabling a person who's in the midst of an addiction, or has an addictive personality, and it's not a positive relationship, or it's not going positively, maybe it started out positive and then it started to go into a negative way, it could still be fixed. Does it take strength? Yes, it takes a lot of strength. And that's what the spirit guides were trying to let me know. Like, Leo, you don't understand how much power and how strong you are. That's why everybody leans on you. That's why everybody wants to be around you, because you are very strong, but you're not feeling at your best. That's what they're showing me, like pointing to the head and the heart chakra and the head. Okay. So in your mind, you feel like something's missing. In your heart, you feel like something's missing. Okay. It's a complicated reading, I know. So, like, if I sound nuts, that's usual. Okay. I'm used to it. Hi, Rain Cloud. Your youngest sister is Leo? My dad was Leo. Well, he was on the cusp of Leo and Virgo. Um, but he was more like a Leo. Yes. So sorry if I sound a little bit strange, but I'm going to finish reading my notes. Then I'm going to read the cards that I pulled, the spirit cards that I pulled. And maybe it'll make some sense, okay? 14 minutes, okay. So, Leo, in terms of jobs and career, all right, you have to push yourself. And like I said before, some people are supposed to retire. Some people are supposed to go part-time. And some people are supposed to push into a whole different career, whole different job. Okay? And that's scary for you, because you guys like a Virgo, you like used to the same thing, used to the same field. But spirit guides are telling you they will help you. Um, even if it's a little bit different than you never did it before, they will help you to get that job or help you to get into that career. Um, Especially if it involves training and school, training, any kind of training, even if it's like 1 month, 6 months, a year, they're all like thumbs up for that. Yeah, we want you in training. We want you to get the training. Um, Certification, I hear about. It might be a new certification that you need. Okay, but push yourself as if you are. Okay, I don't know why they're showing me 22, but something about 22 to 24. Um, Something you were thinking about going into around those ages. But this is both male and female. And anybody who's a Leo who has a business, a home business, they're showing me a fork out. They're not trying to say fork you. They're trying to tell you to venture out. There's a fork coming out of the business, meaning they want you to collab with somebody because they don't want you doing it on your own. Like if you're doing it from your house, they're saying they need you to actually leave your house and go somewhere else. Um, they want you to partner with somebody because that person you partner with is going to be better with some of the ideas. So that's why it's Leos. There's like so many different Leos, different jobs and different scenarios. You can't put them in a box. Um, yeah, yeah. So ages 25, 22 to 24, then 25, then 33, then 29. Those are important ages. Um, and think about what you were doing. Drama. Did someone cheat with a friend? Did somebody that you know cheat with your spouse? Did your spouse or significant other cheat with a friend of yours? I know that would be terrible, okay? But you know what? From now in September until December, 29th or 30th, right? Before we get to 2026, you have big decisions to make, Leo, and you could do it. You could revamp your whole life, okay? Um, because you don't want to, what we don't want to do is bring the old baggage of the last decade, and I'm going to say that the last decade, especially the last 7 years, um, into 2026. Okay. You want different, so we have to do different. Okay. We can't say, I want something different and just sit there. We have to go steps. We have to go up steps. Think of life as a staircase. Okay. And it really looks high to get up to the place where we want to be. But if we don't take that first couple of steps, we're just going to be on the bottom looking up every day and say, oh, I'll try to go up a couple of steps tomorrow. I'm not going to do anything today. You have to start doing the steps, Leo. They're showing me the staircase. They're actually showing me my childhood staircase, and I had a lot of dreams of that staircase. I would fly down it or be pushed down it and fall down and end up flying. um yeah, so they're showing me that staircase for a reason. Um, but you could do it. You have to go into you have to let somebody help you. Okay. So that means make the phone calls. They say that you're only 2 phone calls away from changing your life. So that could be a one phone call for a job, another phone call in terms of like getting therapy. Don't think therapy is a bad thing. I've gotten therapy throughout my life, and it was always a good thing. It's hard. It's hard to do it because you really learn about yourself and how you relate to others, but it's needed. It's definitely needed, especially if you had a lot of traumas and especially if you're depressed. Like if you're depressed and the doctor just gives you pills, the doctor just gives you medication, okay, without therapy. What are you doing to actually figure out why I sad? Why am I down? Why do I feel like something's missing? No, you're just taking your medication. And I'm not saying I'm against medication because, I'm on sleep medication and I'm on thyroid medication that doesn't seem to be working. Okay, Hashimoto's. But anyhow, you have to figure out this in this time frame, in these intense months coming up. It's important your angels, your guardian angels that always are right next to you, and Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Jesus, Mary, God, and all the people that are in heaven watching over you want you to have your best life. They don't want you to fail. They don't want you to hurt yourself. They don't want you to hurt others. They want you to be successful in your job, successful in your life, even if you're getting ready to retire, or getting ready to switch jobs, or getting ready to get a divorce, or getting ready to start a new journey. Okay? They want you to have success and love and abundance. Okay? And they will help you. Please, dear God, help me to do right. What is for my highest good? Help me to see what is for my highest good. Help me to be a good person. Help me to protect myself and others, my family, and my friends. Thank you, dear God. Okay, that's just one little prayer. Okay, so I'm asking you, and I'm telling you to push yourself into making the changes, Leo, that you want to make. Leo the lion. Don't every time you want to say no, I can't, I want to do this and that, but I can't because of, you're putting those because in there. Okay? And it's a hard thing to do, but you need support. You need spiritual help. Sometimes you need physical help. Okay? Um, and, but I think it's mostly spiritual help. It's almost like you're holding yourself back because you're beating yourself up for something that happened in the past. And that's why your relationships that you're in can't get better unless you say, listen, I want to change something. I want something to be better between us, between myself and my spirit, myself and God, myself and my soul, and myself and others, and myself and the world. And in terms of your job or career, you have to ask God, please put me in the position that I can be at my highest good. And it could be a restaurant job, it could be a bartending job, it could be a teaching job, it could be a factory job, it could be anything that you feel, you know what, I belong here. I feel comfortable here. That's how you know when you belong, when you feel comfortable and at ease. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Sometimes I don't know what, there's like a sentence that'll come out, but sometimes it's just jumbled words and it's really confusing. And if I don't have my necklace on. Okay, so let me just hold my selenite stick. Okay. Took my necklaces off because sometimes they wake me up because they're clanking together. Okay, so be careful about the addictive relationship. Really look at that. Reach out for help. There's help comes in all forms, and there's free help. Um, Drama. Did someone cheat with a friend? Okay, yeah. You have to look at that. Because in order to move forward, even if you're going to forgive them or they're going to forgive you, maybe it was you, um, we have to look at it before we can forgive it and move on. And we have to see why somebody did that. Okay, so two kinds of Leo's destiny. First is secure money wise, but needs to rest more. So that first group of Leos that I was talking about are more secure with money, um, but they need to have more rest. They need to have more relaxation time, more time that they're. It's almost like that showing me some Leos need to enjoy retirement, okay, or just integrate more uh, relaxation, spa time, get your nails done. If you can't afford that, go for a walk on the beach. If you don't have a beach, like if I live in Texas, so there's no beaches here. Okay, so but there's a pond, there's a dog park, there's a regular park, there's my outside yard. Go out and be out in nature. Force yourself to be out in nature. Um, okay. Why can't I breathe? Why am I having trouble breathing? Any of you out there having trouble breathing, like feel breathless, like somebody just punched the air out of you? Okay, so maybe some lung issues, toxic cycles with this relationship. There's a devil energy. Okay, what does that mean? Just the devil tarot card comes up. Sometimes that there's an energy in some relationships that you might be involved in that are more negative. There's more of like, yeah, let's try this, let's try that, let's do the wrong thing. Let's maybe involving addictions. So you have to be careful for that because, yeah, the highs are high, but the lows are really low. And you're not helping them, and they aren't helping you if you're in that kind of friendship or relationship. Basically, there's going to be somebody that you need space from, but then you have to regroup and get back together and say, how are we going to connect better? And some people, you have to put the period at the end of the sentence and say, hey, we tried it this way, we tried it that way, we tried it with space, we tried it without space. It ain't working. And that might be even some family members. Um, okay, okay. Emotional setup, emotional setup, emotional setup. What is the emotional setup? Okay. There is somebody that some of you might be in a relationship with. Excuse me, I'm addicted to this VIX thing. It brings me back to 1969 when I was in first grade. I was allowed to have this. It does clear me up though. Okay. Okay. All right. 11 people in the house. Okay. So you might have to let go of some relationships that don't ring all your bells. Nobody rings all of your bells, but if it's always the same situation, it's almost like, remember that roller coaster, the highs and the lows? Um, there's there might be a particular person or persons that they just always are. It starts out like they love you, they love you, they love you, they appreciate you, but then they take back from you, or they have their addictions, or they have their losing jobs, or losing money. Whether it's gambling, whether it's drugs or alcohol, just not keeping a regular schedule, not being able to keep payments up, not able to provide. Um, and if you look back, they've always been like that. Your relationship has always been up and down, up and down. And you really have to say, how long am I going to think that a square will fit into a triangle? It won't. Okay? So a square shape is not going to fit into a triangle shape. And I see some Leos trying and trying because you're loyal. Sometimes you're loyal to a fault. Okay? But Spirit is saying you have to be loyal to yourself. Okay? To your own sobriety, to your own fulfillment. And trust that God is going to allow you. You might have to spend some time alone. You might have to spend some time where you're not in any relationship. Just you, and maybe if you have kids, you and your kids, and or you on your own. And you just have to really understand what you want moving forward into 2026. I know that's heavy. That's really heavy, and I'm not trying to be that way, because I do see good things. Like the thing with the career, I saw an opportunity for people who have a business, especially in their home, a home business that they've been running, especially since like 2020. I see something with 2020 and Leos. But I just really feel like if you branch out, and there's also an opportunity to go into another department. I know it's weird, but it's like as you're branching out a little bit, it's almost like you're pulling somebody up on a boat, and then there's somebody else that needs to get pulled up, and that person that you pulled up pulls this other person up. Isn't that weird? I just saw that. Okay, so it's like making connections, and Spirit does want you to make connections. It's just that you were making connections with the wrong people. Some of them were the wrong people. Some of them were takers and fakers, if that makes any sense. And if you're wondering who's going to love me for me, who's going to love the real me once you take your mask off, you have to figure out, do you love you? Because ain't nobody going to love you unless you love yourself first. I know I continue to be heavy. Okay, I continue to keep it heavy, and I'm sorry about that, but it's serious. It's a serious thing, and then I think I'm going to feel better after I get this reading done. Okay, so let me just finish with the words that I wrote down. There it is. Why did I write down Aries? Taurus might be getting a new car. Balance. Oh, that's something else. Okay. Leo, your loved one has some insecurities. Your loved one wants to be a hermit and is pushing you away, right? They have soul searching to do, just like you do. But the more they push you away, the more you want to grab onto them or grab onto somebody else, because you feel like there's a hole. They're leaving a hole. You have to fill that hole yourself with therapy, with love for yourself, with doing things for others, being generous to others, and then, but they're doing soul searching. You're going to have to give them that space. They are holding back. Yeah, one day they say they love you and they miss you. The next day they ghost you. The next week they ghost you, or they're cranky. So step away and hold and tell them to get the help they need. Leadership. Apply your efforts to be a leader. Um, Take the bull by the horns. Show effort. Stay humble. Watch the ego. Okay. The spotlight is on your confidence. And for some of you, there's body dysmorphia. I know that seems like it's boom out of the blue, but that's what I had written down the first day that I was taking notes. So be careful with body dysmorphia, always like feeling like you're not skinny enough or not buff enough or not. That's the whole thing. If you're putting down your body and not loving your body, just try to eat more fruits and vegetables. Make sure you're drinking water. Make sure you're drinking, uh, orange juice or whatever it is that will keep your blood sugar up. And check your blood sugar because I'm getting some diabetes. That's with the blood pressure going back and forth. I'm getting diabetic. So that might be why the blood was going really low, very high and then low, and then anemia. So get your blood work done. Yeah. Okay. Okay, good. Yeah, I did that. Right. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's take a look at your cards. 36 minutes in. All right. The first card that I got for you, I'm going to have to put my glasses on, is this one. It's really beautiful. And it's called Nurture. And it says, Archangel Gabriel, that's the archangel of the throat and the throat chakra, of expressing yourself and bringing messages and expressing yourself. Sometimes Leos can express themselves just like Aries could explode because you're fire sign. So just being careful. On the same token, you can also build people up by expressing yourself in the right way. As you nurture a child, you nurture your own inner child. Both activities are important for you right now. So nurturing a child or a grandchild or a baby or a child that you have or a family member's child or even a family member or a friend, you're nurturing your inner child at the same time. So it's very important. Both are very important. Because it's like you want to be nurtured. You want that hug. You want that, give me that hug. Give me that public display of affection. And then I'll feel like you're showing everybody that you love me in public. Okay? You need that right now because that person isn't loving you fully the way you want to be loved and need to be loved. You're not feeling it. Okay? And so Spirit says, find out if that person is the right person. And if they are, they will step up. But they are also showing that person has their own problems. They can't do it right now because they're not even loving themselves. Okay? So you can help each other, but that takes being separate for them to deal with their issues, you deal with yours, or maybe they're the wrong person. Divine order. Archangel Raguel, everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see underlying order. Everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past illusion and see the underlying order. Okay, these are my angel cards in case you didn't notice. Okay, and the next one is Breathe, Leos. Archangel Raphael. So we have Gabriel, Raguel, and Archangel Raphael. Echo, What is Archangel Ragul known for?
From Christianity.com. He's often known as the Archangel of Justice and Fairness.
Divine order. So it's like sometimes you're like, I want to be over here. I want to be doing this. I want to be doing that. But instead, I'm stuck here, right? And so Archangel Ragul says, don't worry. It's divine order. Where you are is where you should be, right? And that helped me a lot because that's very Zen thinking as well. Um, because when I first moved to Texas, I was like, I'm not supposed to be here. You know, I miss my family, I miss my kids, I miss my friends. And I struggled with it. And, I'm here a decade. And sometimes I do still struggle with it, but then I remember it's divine order. If I am here in this placement, then I'm supposed to be here because of divine order. Okay? Breathe. Archangel Raphael, take several deep breaths and exhale slowly to awaken your energy and release old patterns. Okay? We got to release. Somebody was having trouble with money, bills and money. So we're going to take a deep breath and release that and breathe in abundance. Okay, you ready? Hold it. Now release it a little bit more. Pain and suffering. Not having the rent or the mortgage. And release the shame associated with that you kept on yourself. Okay, now we're going to breathe in abundance. That means we have more than enough money to pay our bills, for our shelter, for our clothes, for our food, and then some money to play with left over. We have more than enough money. We can make more than enough money, or it comes in from, even if we're not making it, it comes in from somewhere. Okay, you ready? Breathe out. Now empty. Okay. Sometimes I'll have a panic attack, or Devin's having a panic attack, and he's like, I'm having chest pains, my heart is skipping a beat, and I'm like, I get that way too. The worst thing to do is stay seated. Don't stay seated. Get up, walk back and forth in your house. You're still going to have it. Panic attack stays. But walk back and forth wherever you are. If you're in your car, pull over, get out of your car, or just stay in your car safely and drink some water, sip it, okay? Because water is oxygen, right? And think about what you're thinking about, because I asked him, he was worried about something really heavy. And I was like, let that go. Can't do anything about it. You're keeping it up there, right? So he did that. But I mean, he did have to take a Xanax, okay, because he has heart problems. So let's be real. But anyhow, I've had plenty of panic attacks in my life, and different things were going on, and now it's all head related. I realized I was stimming on something. I was worried about something. I was being resentful about something. I was thinking about something in a bad way, right? And you have to let it go. And you have to breathe. You have to remember to breathe. A lot of people stop breathing because you're thinking bad thoughts, and then your body starts to shut down because your body is saying, hey, excuse me, I need some oxygen. Excuse me, I need you to get up and walk around a little bit. I need you to change the scenery. I need you to stop thinking those thoughts, okay? Otherwise, I'm going to shut down on you. Okay. Next angel card. All right. Indigo and Crystal Children. Archangel Metatron. You have a bond with children. In particular, you can help children who are sensitive. Oh, that's beautiful. You have a bond with children, Leos. In particular, you could help children who are sensitive, who are psychic, who are empaths. Echo, what is Archangel Metatron known for?
From learnreligions.com. Archangel Metatron is known as the Angel of Life.
Echo, what does Archangel Metatron do spiritually thinking?
From medium.com. As an angelic guide, Metatron plays a crucial role in helping individuals with their personal growth and spiritual journeys.
So the spiritual journey, ask Archangel Metatron to help out. This candle went out. There's a lot of names on there. Okay, so the other thing is, these are my cards that I made up. They're called my spirit cards, I guess. I want you, that they're from like messages from heaven. When I sat down to make them, I had to sit there and meditate and channel what the spirit guides wanted to say, what they wanted me to write down. So this is one of them. I want you, Leos, I want you to try to heal from the past. Heal from the past. Purge your emotions. Get the emotions out so we can close that door on the past. Reset. Recover and heal. Reset, recover, and heal. However that means. A lot of times it means therapy. A lot of times it could mean some medication. But never do the medication without talking with somebody. Like, psychiatrists are okay, but talk therapy is even better. A change that needs to happen. Before you can move forward, you need to rest, recover, and heal before you can move forward. Don't worry, I will help you. So you're not going to go through this by yourself. Your spirit guides, your angels would never let you go through it by yourself. Archangels, we will always help you. Archangel Michael, Jesus Christ, Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. I don't know why they're on there, but they wanted me to write that, so I wrote it. Okay. Also, a shout out from my friend's mother, who's very, very ill. Her name is Rose, and she has battled, I think it was bladder cancer or kidney cancer, bladder cancer and kidney cancer. So prayers up for Rose, Lisa's mom. There's an offer. 3 of Swords. This came up for you. 3 of Swords, Leos. It means it's an offer of love. Okay, it'll come in as like, I want to love you, Leo. I want to take care of you, Leo. I want to provide for you, Leo, right? But what spirit guides are saying is protect yourself, Leo, against the heartbreak player. Something with, like, I'm hearing like, we were already on those train tracks. We already went over those train tracks. There might be a repeat person, a person that you were involved with before. It didn't work out, but they're saying the same things. They're saying the words that you want to hear. And especially offering love. And of course, everybody wants love. But spirit guides in heaven are saying, protect yourself against this heartbreak player. Okay. Then the last card I got was East Coast, New York, Maine, Massachusetts, Connecticut, New Jersey, Maryland, Washington. What does it mean? A move or a trip. Okay, let me say those places again. East Coast, New York, Maine, Massachusetts, Boston. Yeah, I didn't say Boston before, but Massachusetts is Boston. Echo, is Massachusetts Boston?
From Wikipedia.org.
I'm so dumb.
Massachusetts' capital city is Boston.
Okay. I thought so. I went there once. I was 6 months pregnant with my daughter. Okay. So I liked it. I liked it a lot, but yeah, you have to get some East Coast energy. So I'm feeling very strong about New York, but also Massachusetts. But these are the places that you need to go. That you spirit is saying it will be good as a trip or a move. And now if you live there already, then that's fine. But yeah, I was going to say that. Okay. Some Leos are going to be moving. All right. It might seem general, but some are definitely going to be moving. It's not going to be the place that you thought you would move to. Okay, so that what they're telling me is there's going to be an opportunity for security or a big bunch of money that you didn't think you had coming. Utilize that money better than you have in the past. There's been a lot of floundering of like, I don't know, you just didn't make the best of it, the best decisions, and hey, who hasn't messed up on money? But this is like an inheritance or kind of unexpected stint of money. Act as if it's going to be your last opportunity, your last big group of money. And I'm seeing a house. I'm seeing like get a house that you could pay the whole house off so that you don't have a big mortgage. It's like invest in a house situation. It's like forget about apartments, house. Use that for a house that you could plant your feet. Yeah. Utilize this next big, and you'll probably hear about it in October-ish, October 2025. It just showed me that. But really invest in something that is like you're not going to be wasting your money on rent every month. Rent. That's going nowhere unless that rent is being put towards a mortgage. Renting a house with the option to buy. But I see like you'll get a substantial amount of money and you'll want to take vacations or whatnot, but you'll waste your money on the vacations. Use it for establishing for your house. It's a good decision. Okay. All right. I'm going to shuffle one more time, but different cards. These cards, which I found. Mysteriously. just really pretty. Spirit guides, what closing cards do you have for our Leos? Leos, don't be depressed. I just heard that. Don't be depressed. Don't be sad. We don't want you to be sad. We like when you laugh. Treat yourself like a king or a queen. You have to have that self-care. That's when you're going to feel at your best. You should be treated like a king if you're a king. You should be treated like a queen if you're a queen, if you're feminine. They want to be treated like royalty. That's when you'll feel like, but you haven't been pushing that. So you're going against that. And don't go against your Leo-ness. Two more. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit Guides, for staying with me for the past couple of days to do Leo. I couldn't do anything else. I had to do Leo because they're royal. They're royalty. Like that song, Royal. Right? Echo, what song, pop song has the word royal in it?
The station, Pop Culture Radio, free on Amazon Music.
Echo, stop. Echo doesn't know what I'm saying. Okay. Anybody here still? 5 people? Yeah, not many people come to my lives. I don't know why I push myself. But whoever hears it needs to hear it. So the first card I got for you is, oh my gosh. Any good reader knows, any good psychic knows that the cards never lie. So when I was shuffling, and I shuffle weird, I don't know how to do the bridge and all that fancy stuff. So I just go like that with the cards. I get my energy on it and I think Leo, 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 whatever I'm thinking of, whatever I'm trying to focus on. So the first card I got was selling out. Don't sell out, Leo. Don't be a sellout. Even if things get hard. Like, in other words, there be some kind of easy opportunity to get out of a mess. But it's not the moral high ground. Don't take that. Go for the longer one that is more, always stay on the moral ground. Always stay on honesty. Okay? Because then you'll end up with honest results. It might be rocky in the middle, but just stay. You know, this is who I am. This is what happened. This is my mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes, right? Okay. Oh my gosh. Why do these have to be so scary? Don't scare me. Sorry. Okay. I just got a stabbing feeling right here. And this is the bad eye that I've been having the heartbeat with. I felt, okay, let me put selenite on it. I'm okay. It's not even nighttime, so I don't have to be such afraid. And sorry, guys. I know that I have a whole bunch of people that I owe readings to for free that I'm giving away, and I have presents that I have to mail out that I was supposed to mail out in August, but I've been going through my own little depression and procrastination, and at night I never want to do readings anymore. I'm so freaked out. So I'm not alone after I do the readings. Okay, anyhow, nothing here or on this video is from bad spirits. Everything is good from the divine. Everything's from God. In Jesus' name, amen. Archangel Michael, please be over this reading and do not let anything mischievous hang on. Only good and clear messages. Thank you, dear God. Thank you, Archangel Michael. In Jesus' name, amen. Protected with divine light. Okay, hole in the soul. It's so scary, isn't it? Okay, all right. Now, I just found these cards not too long ago. I don't know how to read them really, so I'm just going through my third eye. But the other card that I did, I don't even know. I put it back already. I don't even know what it was. But do you feel that you have a hole in your soul? Nothing is going to fill that up from the outside world. That is all inside. That is all prayers, prayers saying sorry, asking forgiveness for your sins, asking forgiveness to whoever you hurt. If they're no longer here, you could still do it in spirit. And just really being sorry for something you did and asking God for forgiveness and asking God to help you forgive yourself. Okay? That's how you fill your hole in the soul. Sorry about that scary card. You see that? Okay. Hole in the soul. Okay. Also, it has to be filled with love and forgiveness. And a strong faith and redemption. You don't get redemption for free. You have to truly be sorry about whatever you did and then make the steps to redeem yourself. Okay? I'm sorry this is such a heavy reading. It's even heavy for me. Okay, rejection. So some of you are feeling rejected. And unfortunately, or fortunately, it's from the same people, same 1 or 2 or 3 people. On your hand, right now, if you're a Leo out there, or even anybody who's watching this, all 6 of you, okay, put down on your hand who you think really rejects you. You'll know who it is. And now who's the second person that rejects you? You'll know. It's always the same couple of people. It's usually because you have karma with them from other lives. And then the last, oh, this looks like my niece. This looks like my niece, Sinead. Cycles. Okay. So, everything happens to us in cycles, right? I didn't want this to be so long, but everything happens to us in cycles. And what I mean by that is, so say you're going through a tough cycle money-wise, and some of you Leos are not going through a tough cycle, but you're just really not even using your money for pleasure. You're just kind of like just making it like a Capricorn, just making your money like a Virgo, making it and not really enjoying it. Spirit's saying they want you to, take time to smell the roses, take time to enjoy your efforts. But then the other group who's trying to come back up might be a little bit depressed or very down and wondering what job is good for me, what career should I go for. Just remember, life is cycles. So if you're on a low cycle, just give it time and you're going to be up on top again like you were before. Okay? Or maybe you'll just be in the middle with the status quo feeling. It's bad to always want to be on top because the lows are so low. The highs are high, but the lows are so low. It's better to be a little bit in the middle, where you're not that rich, you're not that poor, right? You sort of like your job. You sort of like have a couple of people that you can count on. It's not going to always be a lot. It's not going to be millions. It's going to be, you're lucky if you have a handful. My mother used to say, you really only need one best friend. Well, and then she said, really two, because in case one best friend goes on vacation, then you have another one. So you need two friends, okay? You don't need 500. You don't need 7. You don't need 10, okay? Anyhow, I hope you guys like that. I am. Tammy, you're here. Tammy's here. I'm sorry I didn't see you. Are you still here? Okay, my name is Noran. I am from Japan. I speak a little English. Hi, Noran. Nice to meet you. Thank you. Namaste. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Holly's here. Holly, I didn't see you before. Holly, I know you're a Sagittarius, I think, but can you email me your questions for the reading, for the 20-minute reading you won? Let me know, okay? Okay. If you guys enjoyed my reading and you were here for the whole thing, can you put in a heart? Put in a green heart. If you don't know how to do any kind of heart, just put in a red heart. Somebody told me they didn't understand how to do the hearts. So, a red or a green. Anyway, thank you guys for being here. I'm going to get ready to make dinner. Okay? Love you. Thank you for being. Oh, good. Green hearts, green hearts. Crystal Rose, Tammy, Taurus Girl Reads. Everybody go to Taurus Girl Reads YouTube channel and also TikTok. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being my friends. I love you guys. Yeah, Holly, I just need your couple of questions. And your cousin's name. I know he usually comes up when I give you a reading. Who's Carolyn? Yeah, everybody's. Oh, hi, Carolyn. I didn't know Carolyn was here. Yeah, we have a Pisces. Tammy's a Pisces. We have a Taurus. Texas girl, what is your sign? Let me know. Okay, guys, I will be back. When I come back, I promise I will be doing my other list of readings. Let's see who we have. Who do we have? I hate all these papers. I need somebody to come organize me. Okay. We have Jessica Ann. We have Helen and Holly for the readings. Oh, I could do that. I could do it. I'm not sure I'm going to do it tonight because I spent all day on Leo. I got to get Leo out of my head. Okay. But Leos, I love you. And I wish you the best, and you have my heart. And just, go forward and be ambitious again, and be kind and use your skills that God gave you to help others, and therefore that will help you, and that'll help the whole in your soul. And also talk to the people that have passed on, because they still are with us. Okay. Love you guys.